Whatever platform you're on, we need you. It's we the people. We're unifying, okay? I'm not calling Nancy Pelosi to ask her to join me and have a kumbaya moment with me. No, unification means that we the people lock arms. So if you're tuned in right now, okay, it's going to be up to we the people to unify. Together we come together. We're not going to be in an echo chamber, of course. Deb Jordan and I right now want to start reaching out. I'm going to focus on the Black American community. I really am. I'm going to really focus heavily on the Black American community. I'm going to start opening up YouTube and a couple of other channels, maybe even Facebook, just to do some deep state friendly, Silicon Valley friendly stuff to reach out to those people and bring them, because we're now 108 days from an election that, yes, we need to unify. Now, what we need to do in 108 days is quickly convince a whole bunch of them. I'm just going to refer to them as family members. They're our family members. I really want to unify with my family members that have just literally been so lied to. They won't, they want to talk politics. It's too controversial. We have to talk politics, folks. Our homes, our communities rely on our ability to come together, even if we're politically different. I used to argue with my Democrat, Uncle Ralph, may he rest in peace. He was a union member. He was a Democrat. We both were concerned about the same exact issues relative to our families and our homes and our communities. He just thought the government and the unions were going to solve all of our problems. I wanted the private sector to do it. And guess what? We were both wrong. But we were able to argue about it. Here's how we unify. And you can still stay a Democrat. You can still say, hey, listen, I want compromise. I want the government to be protected with some regulations. And then we're going to say, no, less regulations, less government. And through that, we will synthesize a solution that works for both parties. But guess what? Here's the main focus. Here's the unification. We're going to unify on what we both share in common. And for the next 180 days, we're going to set aside what we absolutely will never come to agreement on, right? And I don't even want to talk about what's on that list of things that we will not agree upon. Let's find out. I'm going to start. I'm going to ask my political opponents right now, not us in our echo chamber. You're MAGA. I already know. I don't want to, I don't want to ask you a question and that I know that you're going to give the answer. We're going to be MAGA. We're going to ping and pong and back and forth. We accomplished nothing. In 108 days, we need to find as many souls as possible. We'll start with our family. I want everybody right today. I'm going to make a telephone call today. To a family member. I love her. She's easy to talk to, so I'm kind of cheating. She's an epidemiologist, all that good stuff. But I said, you know what? To myself, I have to reach out to her and ask her, because she loves our country. She loves human beings. She's a great, kind-hearted Christian. She's a Roman Catholic, devout Christian. How am I going to get her? She works for the communists. How am I going to get her to vote for President Trump? I have to reach out to her. I have to. And say, you know what, we're politically, that's not what I'm asking for. I'm not asking you to vote for President Trump because you're now politically aligned with him. No, I think that we're doing a better job on our side of being Democrats. We have better Democrats. In that booth last night with the Trump family members, you had more hardcore Democrats that love our country. They don't want to do bad things, deep state stuff. Ivanka Trump, Jared Kushner. I mean, they're Democrats. President Trump was a Democrat. We're doing Democrats better than the Democrats. Now, what I need us to focus on is convincing our Democrat family members that whatever has taken over the Democrat Party is nothing that we would ever want for our country. We need to unify with our family members, with our friends, and don't go out and like, I'm going to go to Walmart and start, that's going to be difficult. Take the path to least resistance. Reach out to somebody that you know you'll be able to talk to and say, all right, listen, we haven't been talking politics because it's so controversial, but we have no choice. We have 108 days here. So this is what I need you to do. You be a Democrat, I'll be a Republican. You like your person, I'll like my person. Right now, you don't have a person, so let's talk, right?
We'll soon.
Let's talk. Right. So voting for Joe Biden, voting for a party, that's not the thing to do. The entity that is against President Trump just attempted to assassinate him. And it was a massive conspiracy. Massive conspiracy. And I mean a massive conspiracy. And we're not waiting 60 years. I want people arrested. Okay? Whoever did that. Now, I'm going to talk to my sister, and this is what I'm going to say to her. I have evidence right now that, let's say you say, well, I'm going to vote for Fauci, or whatever. She likes Fauci. Fauci's her hero. We're not going to talk about Fauci. But right now, whoever you're voting for on that side of the spectrum is part of an entity that attempted to assassinate a president. That's a fact. Those are facts. You need to cast a vote against that. Even if you have to gut it up and nauseatingly cast a vote for the one entity that they hate. You want to vote for the person that they just tried to kill. Why? So that we can clean this mess up. We have to. They have to be done. We have to get rid of them. People must be arrested. And I think that President Trump right now is in the best position, very humbly so. He's in the best position right now. I think the Lord shook him to his core. And he realizes, this is what he realizes, that this is way bigger than him. This is no longer about President Trump. My family member, I'm going to talk to my sister. I'm going to tell her this is no longer about Trump. Not about Trump. And even Trump knows that too. He's now been blessed by the Lord. We have to do as follows. We have to hold people accountable. We got to clean house. We have to. And have due process of law. Do the right thing. Due process of law. I'll give you an example. The FBI has evidence. They do. They have evidence that the day before President Trump was assassinated, a group of very wealthy people connected to Cheney, Bush, all of them, placed a bet that Donald Trump's stock would go down the following day. If any of you guys did that, if you placed a bet with 12 million shares, making you a billionaire, if President Trump died on Saturday, you'd have your door busted down. You'd be guilty until you could prove your innocence out of it. They would literally grab you and say, for national security reasons, you're going to be in a holding cell because this is way too suspicious. We need to dig into you a little bit deeper. You'd have your door busted down. And I'm going to say this, it would be justified. If I placed a bet on Friday against President Trump, on Friday, I would want the FBI to come get me. It would be justified. We're talking about a national security situation. I'm not just saying this just because. Now, what has happened? The FBI has not done that. They haven't. That's a problem. So I'm going to ask my sister, we need to cast a vote. I need you to cast a vote so that we can hold these people accountable, and let's protect the presidency that you would ever want.
You're watching The Pete Santilli Show.
Mike Lindell here, and like you, I see our country being destroyed daily. we face massive economic issues. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, there are people in power who threaten the values that have made our country great. Well, I've been a believer in gold and silver for a long time, and I've searched for years for a partner that shares my values. Well, Genesis Gold Group showed me how easy it is to protect your IRA, 401k, or your retirement with gold and silver. Their faith-driven approach to service and stewardship is one that stands out from the rest. So call Genesis Gold Group now at